Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Holy Spirit, Angel Guides. What is the new moon reading for Taurus? Hi Taurus, thank you for joining me. I'm grateful for you that you're here. Let's get right into it. Spirit says, calm down, cooler heads prevail at this time. Venus is conjunct with Saturn under this new moon in Capricorn. Yes, it is. Is that the same Venus? Yeah. New moon in Capricorn. Also, the sun is moving into Aquarius. Venus. And Saturn are conjunct. So Venus is your ruling planet, ruling relationships, money, wealth. That's why Spirit says calm down, cooler heads prevail at this time. So I see that you open up with the Hermit and fellow Earth energy. You're well aware of that energy. The Empress knows when to be a hermit. Sure, you're the Empress, right? This has to do with family, someone you love, someone you live with, someone that means a lot to you, the Four of Wands. And here you are. You could be the mother, the Empress, the Emperor. Okay, so that's how you come into this energy. Okay, Spirit, I got it. Something happens though. Okay, don't worry, you're going to receive the information that you need to address this situation. You have the Eight of Wands. The traditional Rider-Waite card is communication coming from the fifth dimension to the third dimension directly to you. Also, for those of you in terms of work, you have a lot of choices. I love this card because the Eight of Wands here is all about wands, inspiration. There's like 8 paintbrushes, and 3 bright ideas can be obtained at this time. Pay attention to those intuitive nudges or direct communication to your intuition, especially also regarding the family situation and calming down. The Emperor, the Empress always knows to go inward. Seek the King and Queen of Swords. Seek the King and Queen of Cups, since this has to do with the Queen of Cups. And I feel this mother energy too. I feel this mother energy. Maybe a mother has a very important decision to make or has to exhibit strength of an emperor. We have to do it every day, especially if we're alone and have to take care of our kids or our grandkids. Wow. Calm down. Cooler heads prevail at this time. And then I do see the Six of Cups. Your emotions are very all over the place. Remembering the past, trying to make sense of what's currently happening. Spirit says calm down, cooler heads prevail at this time, because whatever has happened, it could take you from 0 to 100. I mean, be fired up. Like, you're just very upset, angry, very emotional, overwhelming. This is energy like you get in a car accident, or because you're not focused and you get behind the wheel, or you do something rash because you're reacting. Calm down, calm down. God, give me the strength to stay calm amidst the storm, because it's something that takes you from 0 to 100. Let me see. What else, Spirit? What else does Taurus need to know? Yes. Venus and Saturn are conjunct. So you're conjunct with Saturn, and this Saturn is Capricorn's ruler, right? And Capricorn's all about structure, planning, long term, coming up with a vision and a plan, and going after it and obtaining it. The King or Queen of Pentacles always uses their resources very well and obtains those pentacles. Because to whom many pentacles are given, much is required. They usually have a family, and they are really part of the Emperor, the Empress. Absolutely. Okay, so I gotta get this card. But you have the Six of Swords here. This is getting past this fired up situation, something that has the potential to really take you outside of yourself. I see why now. It's the Three of Swords that fell. Wow. So it's heartbreaking. That could be anything though, but it does break your heart. It's sadness. It's shattering, earth shattering, has the potential to really fire you up, to make you very angry. It's overwhelming. You could be furious with rage behind this. Yeah, that's why Spirit wants you to approach this from a different perspective. Don't react as soon as you hear it. Plus, you may not have all of the information. That's another reason why the Emperor, the Empress knows not to react until the King or Queen of Swords has signed off. So I do see the Six of Swords, you moving on to a calmer state. Maybe you remove yourself from this situation immediately so that you can consult. Absolutely. Some of you start to pay attention to your finances. Like, take your energy from this and applying it to your career, your next step, which is the right move. That's what Spirit wants you to do. Some of you are being told you don't even have to react to this. Others of you are preparing for the way that you're going to react to this. This is definitely a lesson. That's why all of this happened, occurred, whatever it is. But you're making the right move. The Emperor, the Empress collects their selves, is in control of their cups, their feelings, their emotions. They don't want to appear like a Pepsi bottle that's ready to explode, fired up. It's not going to do anybody any good. Absolutely. Great decision. It is. Holding back is a great decision at this time. And focusing on your next move, Taurus. Yeah, this is a red flag. Something designed to take you off of focusing on what's important at this time, your next move. But the signs are cautioning you to stay focused right on that career and finance. But don't be a hermit. I see that by the end of the month, Spirit's like, come out of that hermit state. You can flirt a little. You can flirt a little because something is beginning. How do I know? Well, by summer, there's someone here. That could lead to the higher commitment. You focusing on what you really want, which is your career and then love. And as soon as you start to focus on it, this deception comes back strong. But Spirit reminds you that you have the strength to overcome anything that threatens to hold you back. And this past situation, there is no honesty there. You don't even know all the information. Some of you, some information is being withheld, not for everyone, but the bottom line is it's about honesty. And someone's not being honest. So you want something new. That was the past. It could be the current past. It could be somebody is speaking just in a negative tone where it's not even called for. Past, you step into focusing on what matters to you. Also, divine feminine appears. So you had the Empress before, and now there's divinity. It is a deeper spiritual connection with spirit, being called to your purpose. You could be a healer, an empath. Your intuition is strong. Maybe that's what you're being called to, and that's why you have to stay grounded with all this earth energy, Capricorn. You had the Hermit and your Taurus. Stay grounded. When you hear something that tries to take you from 0 to 100, don't fall for it. Stay grounded. Some of you, it's totally deceptive, but even if it's true, you can't really respond to it correctly when you're all crazy and agitated, right? No. Okay. Also, let me tell you, when you're focused on your career and your finances, you're going to receive some answers. With all this energy, it's pentacles too, right? Capricorn, it's your energy. So there's alignment here regarding your current situation. There's a resolution. Listen to your intuition. It will provide the answers work-wise. You're coming up with unique ways to stand out. You find a new opening that has job security all over it. It provides it. And it could be coming from something new, like a good time to start your own business, step out on your own, a whole new career, stepping out of your comfort zone. You have a lot of creative ideas. Write them down. You had the 8 of Wands. And I told you that too, right? With the paintbrushes. And there's 3. You have a lot of creative ideas that can get you noticed. You had the 6 of Wands, I think. Yes, you do. And that's your last card. So this new moon is important to you, Taurus. You have a lot of creative ideas that get you noticed. Building a nest egg for the future. You know, times have changed. Change is constant. So it's how flexible are we going to be? That's going to determine this new life that we're stepping into. Because ready or not, it's here. Things happen. You can't control what's happening on the outside, but we can control how we're going to respond to it. Tell me what else regarding work. A fresh start is also very possible. New perspective on an old situation. Somebody could get a tempting offer. The Spirit says extend yourself. Be flirtatious. Communicate. Taurus. This is what I was saying. Change is constant. When you see butterflies, they transform, right? Absolutely. And so things are transforming. For some of you, it's sudden, it's forced. It was out of your control. For others of you, now this is a time where things come into your control, right? It's all about short-term movements, small steps lead to big goals. Some of you are in the arts, some of you are actors, actresses, artists, some type of artisan. You're on the move. You're taking whatever job you can because you just want to have fun at work, and that's okay. You're very light-hearted, Some of you, that's the energy you need to move into that entrepreneurial center. Yeah, I do feel that you are multifaceted and that you can start anything that you want. You have a little nest egg here. Look. These are all options open to you, Taurus. Options that you haven't explored. Once you come out of your comfort zone, once you start to figure out that niche, what you want to focus on, you're going to delve into it. Healthcare, new opportunities. Maybe you create an app. Maybe you create a website. Maybe you're an insurance guy and maybe you come up with something to help control cost in healthcare. I don't know. But what I do know is it's new, and this new moon gives you the opportunity to usher something new in. Regarding love, okay, tell me what's going on regarding love. So I do see, don't I see? Yes, okay. There is a commitment. There's a commitment. Regarding this commitment, you two have had many past lives together. So this person knows you spiritually. They know your soul. This is a past life soulmate. And whenever you have a past life that you two cross paths in the physical, divine is usually a part of that. Thus why divine feminine appeared. Something new is getting ready to be created. You do have the Emperor. So you do have a divine couple here. That's why divine masculine appears. Yeah, this commitment is getting ready to go to a higher level. I love it. That's why he doesn't want you to explode or spend too much time focusing on whatever could have taken you in an opposite direction. You're supposed to be somewhere else. He wants you to stay focused on that. This is about you. Once you realize this, protect that energy. Or divine sends protection so that you make it to where you're supposed to be. Okay. Definitely about an opportunity for you to have overwhelming prosperity. It's all about you being connected to and grounded in what you want, who you want. You do have the Four of Wands here. Your family, very important to you. Your cup is overflowing at this moment. Spirit doesn't care if it's empty at this moment. It will be full and overflowing. But it is up to us to always take care of business, and our job is to fill that cup. That's the Ace of Cups, right? Nobody else is responsible for our happiness except us. Nobody else can make us happy unless we allow it. Right? Unless we welcome that in. All right. Tell me some more. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Leave me a comment. I want to hear from you. I hope this has helped so far. If so, share the video if you think it'll help somebody else. Taurus. What else does Taurus need to know? You're right where you're supposed to be. Don't compare yourself to others. That only adds pressure. Take each day as it comes for what it is. You are a better person than you were yesterday. Growth isn't easy, but you've got this. Thank you for staying till the end. And until the next moon phase, namaste.